Hey Capricorn, happy birthday to all those December Cappies out there. Um, this month is so interesting. We made it to December. We made it to the prelude and the beginning of your birthday season, of the power of Capricorn season. It's so powerful. It's so powerful. There's something so deep about Cappy season that I love. If you're interested, I did 2019 year ahead readings. I'm going to leave that link below. It's on Vimeo, so go check that out. Just follow the link. It'll take you right there, and you can click on your sign and it will pull it up. It's best for sun and rising. So I did for all 12 signs. So you check that out, and it's really there to be inspiration for what you want the year ahead to be and how to take those larger transits and make them your own. And also, I pulled some cards, so it's about the intuitive, energetic quality of the year as well. So just a way to play and be imaginative with the new beginnings. Which, speaking of new beginnings, this December has that gateway portal energy that only happened, just the way it's lining up. If you look at 2018, there were so many retrogrades. Mars retrograde. Mercury does his regular retrogrades and is doing one right at the beginning of this month. And then, of course, we had our big Venus retrograde. We won't have another one of those until 2020. And we're still recovering from that in December. And Sag season is always an interesting time for Cappies because it's reset, incorporation, very private, lower energy. King of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles came right out. Because see, what's going on here is like, actually the caption, the note that I had for you is it's oh so quiet, then boom, then wow. Because it's kind of this sense, and I think you guys get this, that sometimes the best things that come into our lives, the best things that we build, the best things that we're connected with, Ace of Wands, ooh, Cappies, you're on fire today, aren't the things that everybody's seeing all the time. Like, yes, you'll be taking action, especially once your birthday season rolls around and 2019 hits. There's a lot movement. There's a lot going on. But you also totally get, and this is what I love about you guys, that you can be quietly working on something in the background and nobody's seeing it. And maybe you're going through a spiritual revolution. Maybe you're going through a quiet internal time. Maybe you're going through a time where you're just needing to reassess, but you get that that's still building towards this kind of Ten of Pentacles vibe. Like you get that that's just as important as when you're performing and you're taking action and you're pushing forward. Like you totally get that. And I think that's your power play this month in many ways. Up until Cappy season hits, Sag season's just that way for you. I mean, we have like the new moon in Sag on the 7th. We have Mercury retrograde finishing up in Scorpio for the first week of the month. We're still in the post-shadow phase of Venus retrograde in Scorpio. And Libra. That was all happening all fall or spring if you're in the southern hemisphere. 10 of Wands. Putting down some burdens, you guys. Making some space, making some energetic space. You guys have a lot of energy working at you too on the longer, larger transit scale. And I think it's something we should kind of address here just in general as we're kind of talking through this, because you do have the South Node in your sign. So you have kind of this sense of like, you are learning some new skills. 8 of Pentacles. You guys have the money and fire energy. I tell you what. You're learning some new skills about how to work with others and connect with others, and I think that's going to be a big theme for 2019. And not only that, but I mean, you still have Pluto with you, as I'm sure you're well aware, and you have another year and 3 or 4 months with Saturn at home with you. So you're there's a lot of energy with you that's 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. There's a lot of energy working with you that is Page of Wands. Kind of quiet and slow and steady and not in people's faces. And I feel like, especially the beginning of this month, there's a lot of energy for that. So, use that time to just like kind of get your ducks in a row, like very quietly. It's that whole thing of like take over the world and tell nobody about it kind of vibe. And you may be finding that while you're doing that, it's kind of nice too, because I think there's a lot of energy where you're needing to kind of reset. And so not being out and about and telling everybody about it, it's like kind of giving yourself that time to make sure you're checking in with yourself and you're feeling right about it and you're feeling right about where you're putting your investments and your time. Just taking that quiet. Because part of the reason I say it's a portal month is that we have this Cancer full moon at 0 degrees. I feel like, we had the Gemini full moon in November that was at 0 degrees, and it was about closing out. It was about releasing old storylines. The Cancer full moon at 0 degrees is like, what are you going to embrace? We're heading into a year where the eclipses are going to be happening in Cancer and Capricorn. We're heading into a time where you will be finding that there are little revolutions and little resets to keep you motivated, keep you clear all the time for the next year and a half. And so you are kind of diving into some heavier territory coming up. I think it's going to be really powerful. In fact, what I'm seeing here is you are building that empire and you are going to be noticing that. And I think what I'm kind of getting is there's a softness to this, because I think you get that the things that you're really going to want, you're really going to build on, you're really going to enjoy, that you're not rushing toward them. The best things are going to take some time. Like somehow I feel like you're rolling with that, because when I see this, I see that vibe. Like King of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, yes, this is fantastic for money. It's fantastic for investments, especially once Mercury goes direct, because that just makes things weird and we all need to just take a breath. We all just need to chill out. We all need to relax. But, the King of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles is about long-range building. It's about long-range building. I think about Uranus in March moving into your fellow Earth sign again for good, Taurus, and the building going on there, right? So a lot of what I'm seeing for you is just taking some time to really think about what you want to build, where you want to put your energy. When you have the sun in your 12th house and you have Mercury in your 12th house, you have a new moon in your 12th house, you have all this energy prepping you for your birthday. Take that time to let source speak through you for how you want to build this, because that will give you the best information for where to put your energy, right? You can calculate as much as you want, but if it doesn't connect with you on a soul level, it will not be successful. That's one of those basic rules of any venture that we have in life, no matter what it is, whether it's finance or art or travel. If we don't actually love it and we're just saying we love it, or we don't actually connect with it on a soul level, it will always kind of fall flat. And you know that. So this is an assessment time to think about, if you're going to plant seeds, what plants do you want to live with for the rest of your life? What plants do you want to harvest? But the other side of that is I trust you guys, because this is long term. Like this is about building that foundation. This is about building that long-term investment. Now, the other side of this story in this prep period is this Ace of Wands, 10 of Wands, which is an interesting order for them to come out in, right? The thing with this is Ace of Wands is sexy, it's fun, it's exciting, it's passionate, it's powerful, it's fiery, it's vibrant, it's loud. It's really good energy. For new beginnings, for new opportunities, I think you'll be feeling fired up. You're about to have your birthday season. You're about to have the 0 degree Cancer placement of the moon. You're about to have all this amazing energy moving forward with you, right? Like it's really good. Things are moving in a great direction. There's open doors. But here's the thing. There's a way to block this. And it's by carrying anything that's no longer serving you, right? Like the 10 of Pentacles is about the long range view ahead. The 10 of Wands is about living in the past and carrying it with you everywhere you go. So I think to some extent, you may feel wary of the Ace of Wands. You may feel wary that these new beginnings, you got to look at them, you got to pay attention to them, you got to step back. Don't carry old junk with you into this new phase, this new portal. Like, do not do it. Do not do it. I know you've been burned before. I know you've had loss before. I know you feel like maybe you haven't done enough this past year. Oh my gosh, just don't worry about that. None of that's going to help you now. So just let it go. Like, if you think that you're supposed to get more done in the past, blah, 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 you're just using that energy for no good. So 10 of Wands, like I said, it's always an invitation. Put the burden down. Put the heaviness down. Stop trying to take it all on your shoulders. Try and stop controlling from this weird mental place of carrying it all on your shoulders. One of the things that's happening with that North Node in Cancer is that we're learning that we aren't supposed to just take everything on our shoulders. that we are supposed to reach out when we are struggling, when we are tired, when we don't feel understood, that we are supposed to connect with others, that we are supposed to work with others. And that may be one of those things that you're noticing you're not able to just quietly shoulder things and just power through, you know? Because when I look at these next cards, what do I see? But I see symbiosis. I see your legacy. I see what you're building. I think it's so important that we love our day-to-day lives. You know, not just like our goals, but our day-to-day lives, how we want to feel, which I've been really into this book, The Desire Map by Danielle Laporte. Highly recommend it if you're just looking for something to like workshop going into your birthday. It's a really fun way, because her whole thing with that book is that how do we want to feel? Not so much like the outcomes, having this house, having this amount of money, having this project done, but how do we want to feel in a given day, in a given week, in a given period in our lives? Like, how do we want to feel? Then we think about what things we do in our life that give us that. And that's what I think this energy right here, the Eight of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles, is really speaking to. Because the Eight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles is about the day-to-day. It is about what we show up to time and again. It is about the routines we make. It is about where we put our energy and what brings us joy and what's working and what do we feel like we're mastering and we're flowing with and what do we feel is just heavy. This energy right here is not heavy. This is about work and creation and creativity and passion and co-creation with others. That's about flow and ease and mastering new skill sets. This is really great for investments. This is really great for partnerships. Look out for those people who flow with you, who get your vision, who get your way, who get where you're going with what you want to make next. You know, get with those people. They're around you. They are around you, and they're quite strong. Now, here's the thing. There's always a thing, isn't there? You keep getting these cards that are inviting you to leave something behind. You've gotten two. Amidst all this Pentacles plenty and this Ace of Wands and all this fun, you've gotten two cards that are very clearly stating to me, Cappies, you have to leave behind an old narrative of yourself that you have been carrying with you for a while. It's clunky, it's dusty, it's not working for you anymore. It's going to hold you back. It's going to obscure your vision. If you have a vision of yourself doing things in a specific way, in a way you think you're supposed to be doing them, take that burden off for a second, take your hands off the wheel and just listen. Cardinal energy is getting, cardinal energy is so funny. You guys crack me up. All of you, all four of you, all four signs, because you're initiators, you're amazing. You're so good at taking those reins and making things happen. And it's amazing to have that energy. But one of the big lessons cardinal energy always has to learn about is when to release, when to take your hands off of that control mechanism, take your hands off that keyboard, take your hands off of the control mechanism and listen in to what is calling to you, not just what you think you're supposed to be doing or what you're supposed to be having. There's something heavy here and clunky here that's got to leave. That's where that 12th house energy, that Sag energy, is going to be working with you to help you figure out what that is, and so that by the time your birthday comes around, you got this Page of Wands vibe. Page of Wands this is opportunity, right? Open doors, things opening up for you, things getting unlocked for you. I want to pull one more card because the Page of Wands is kind of a tease. It's like a big open door. Definitely hearing from specific people, specific opportunities, new jobs, new houses, new relationships. It's that kind of new beginning energy for the thing that you've been wanting. Four of Swords. But, okay, I keep getting redirected. The way to the Page of Wands, the way to the Ace of Wands, the way to this like beautiful moving energy that's about building this long-term legacy, that's about all this flow, all this money, all this good investment, all these great people, is to chill out. It's not to work harder. It's not to push yourself hard. It's not to give yourself a ton of spiritual homework and sit there and be like, I'm doing my spiritual homework. It's to relax. It's to take that weight off of yourself. The wisdom here for December is so simple. It's what I've been saying over and over again for December. It's like, this is not about complexity. We're not trying to find ways to make it more difficult to go through the obstacle course that is life. It's not tricky energy. This is energy, this is wisdom that is just, it is easy. What sets your soul on fire? Who sets your soul on fire? What is flowing? Follow that. Stop trying to control it. Stop trying to make it happen. Follow what's working for you. What's filling you up. Anything that is just feeling clunky, feeling out of touch, feeling like it takes 10 extra steps to get one step done, and that can be about your emotional health, your relationships, your work, your creative endeavors, where you're living, any of those things. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. If you could condense what you're feeling in a day down to 2 sentences, what would come up? Because a lot of times his wisdom is just so crisp, clear, and simple. It's so simple, in fact, that your birthday reading is just like, guys, you have it all coming. Why are you worried? Why are you holding on to this old stuff? Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Time to clean house. Big time. Clean your house. Clean your emotional, spiritual, physical house for your birthday. It'll do amazing things for you guys. Okay, have an amazing birthday. I love you guys so much. I'll see you for January for more Cappy season, for more excitement, for more new beginnings. Really excited. I am doing private sessions. You just have to book a few months in advance, so I will leave the link for my website and my emails below. You can check me out on Instagram at SARAHTAROT. I would love to see you there. I will also leave the Vimeo link, of course, for the year ahead. I would love to share those with you. Have an amazing birthday for those December Cappies out there, and an amazing December in general. I'm sending you all my blessings.